Welcome back to Drugstore in the World. Anime Review episode number 6. This I'm reviewing the 7th. Yes, the 7th episode of the series. Today's description, Rue, a Demon King Advent, Part 2, Real Intention Straight. That is the actual name of the episode. I'd like you to get about that. Now, this episode is an adaptation of chapters 11 and 12 in Book 2. Yes. Now, if you're a little curious, though, about the episodes themselves, like how much of Book 2 has been adapted, not much, per se. No, not really. Well, I think like the first episode that started adapting from Book 2 was actually episode number 2. Well, technically they reference it, yes, but they did adapt basically chapters. Well, overall, they adapted of the book. They adapted the first 2 chapters, chapters 10, 11, and 12, and 15. And that is it. Yeah, that's all they adapted in just 7 episodes. So a small chunk of basically the book. So 21 chapters is 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd say 5 chapters overall. So I do think they're going to adapt more soon. I think so. As for how much longer the season's going to be, I don't really know. I think it's maybe set to be 12 episodes. Yeah, I think 12 is going to be the last one, so this probably won't last much longer. Since the fact this is technically 7 episodes, so we got maybe about 5 more to go, and that's it. Now, this one basically has Demon King coming to the store. Yep, Andrew's coming to the store. They've been teasing him since episode 2 of him potentially show up to the actual store itself. He's a new customer. So, oh yeah, they also reference the father of one of the characters in the series. Let's see if I can find him here. Yeah, there was a thing basically in the book where about smelling whatever stuff. I'll get to that in a minute. So, Demon King shows up at the store. Now, normally when people think of Demon Kings in isekai anime, usually they're very gigantic beings or people who are very powerful. Or in the case of the one from Conscious Hero, a very disappointing version where it seems like a normal version. It seems like it's based on freaking Dracula. This is a little kid. Seriously. And he wants to take over the freaking planet. Because of course he does. He figured out as Demon King, he used his status to get a free potion. He tries on Regia. Regia's not buying it. So, then of course they go back and forth with this for about a few minutes. And then Nola shows up. By the way, the whole interaction between Nola and Elja is pretty accurate to the action book itself. Something anyway. It's somewhat the same. I think they changed one line of dialogue, mostly the same. Where he comments basically on her appearance and then proposes to her. And she's like, nope, not interested. And of course she only wants Master. Yep. Oh yeah, at one point he even threatens to burn down the store. And you're like, then I won't be able to make potions. If you do that, like, oh, I'm just joking. And he meets Mina, and it's like, who is this woman? Yeah, he heard a woman at first, and then, of course, and Regia corrects her, please to call her Mina, not woman. Also, she goes to herself this way because she doesn't want to look at him, per se. Yep, and he tries multiple times, basically gets some potion from him. He does give a potion, he does go out for a bit, like for a few days, comes back with money, but he gets potion of basically pity. Then he tries to give Nuilla that, of course, she of course drinks his potions like crazy. Because she loves the potion. And it's like, why don't you get, what do I need to be in order to get your love? Be like, Master. Yeah, Nuilla basically is kind of like a little crush, whatever. So he ends up working at the store. And in case you're curious, though, he does this for pretty much the rest of the book, too. Yeah, he appears pretty much a regular basis throughout the rest of the book, too. I don't know if he appears in the other books. I have no idea. You're probably wondering, why would I not have any idea if he appears in books 3 through 6? The reason being because I have not read books 3 through 6 yet. Nope. No, I haven't. And get this, the second book just came out like a week ago. I have read it. It's a good book. Book 3. There is set date for the release of this one. It's going to be in November. November, that should be interesting. Oh yeah, definitely. Next one comes out in November. Book 4 comes out in January. I'm like, okay. 5 comes out. There's no release date for book 5 here. And 6 came out in June. And it seems the one thing I noticed, though, is that, well, book 6's cover looks almost exactly like book 2's cover. I mean, it's pretty much the same cover, just Nuilla basically, like, front and center, and Reg in the background. And it seems like she's pretty much the poster girl for all the books. She appears in all the covers. Yeah. Mina, of course, her first appearance in the covers is book 3. Yep. So, he ends up working for the store and basically cleans potions, help Noah clean the store. Like, tries to help out, but she's like, nope, not interested. Like, do anything to do with you. And then, of course, like, he apparently wants, the Demon King wants Reg to teach him how to make potions. He doesn't teach it at all. Nope, he just basically hires him as a helping hand. And then he develops a special potion. Well, first he asks, like, how we do with my war with the humans. And he's like, no, I'm not making a weapon for you, resurrected Demon King. That would give inspiration for something for later. But in the case of the other one, he's not making it because that is, in the book he says it's a bioweapon if he does that. Here, just a weapon. But he really, really wants Nuilla, so he pretty much makes a potion to read her thoughts. And it works on Nuilla, which is interesting. And then, of course, like, everything is all, like, of course, Eldritch still tries to, Eldritch is the guy's name, the kid's name. And he basically tries, but she's, like, not interested, it's like, and then, of course, he basically hits something, he throws him against the wall. And then, of course, he throws him through a door. Then, of course, he's thrown the door by Nuilla. Then Mina takes a sip of it, and we get a dark side of her personality, where she's rude, and apparently they don't bother to tell her about it, which is quite interesting. So, they had to temporarily close the store so they could do all of her chores for a day, just so that this potion could wear off. And by the time it does, she's returned back to normal. Where the root sign went, don't know. And Reg is like, yeah, I'm not selling this, because this would end relationships, this particular potion. So he basically files away probably for some other time, perhaps. You could think of it as like a true potion. Yep. So will we see Adja for the rest of the season? Probably. I mean, he appears like all the rest of he appears in the last 11 chapters of basically book 2, so I would not be surprised about that, okay? So yeah, that's a particular view. I thought we had time to do Shaman King tonight, but, well, I could probably do it, okay? But see you in the next video. Bye.